Yeah. Yeah. It's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Take it off left lane, no coasting. It's the daily go get mism show all up in your area, baby. And tonight on this Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday, the 24th of the month. We are talking about the reason that liars hate to repeat themselves. The reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. They don't want to do that. Nah. You know how it is, man. When you ain't telling the truth, or when you just one of those thrill liars. Those thrill liars. Do you know any thrill liars? People who just lie for the thrill. When you a thrill liar, yeah. You gotta work up that energy on the first go around. If I ask you to repeat it, you ain't gonna be able to do it with the same energy, baby. And that's how people know that you're lying. But I know that you're dying still to keep trying and trying and trying. It's a daily go get a business show, baby. I'm your host, Son 752, and let's get it popping, y'all. It's the daily go get a business show. So let's get this thing. Let's get this show on the road, man. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get it going. Yo. Daily go get a mism show. My brother Ansel Jones is all up in the house. It's good to see you, man. What up, my brother? B Moore is all up in the house. Good to see me some you. And tonight we talking about the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. And you know that liars hate to repeat themselves, right? Well, if you didn't know it, well, now you know. Now you know. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into a bunch of reasons of why liars hate to repeat themselves. Thrill liars. We're going to talk about thrill liars. Lying for the thrill tonight. So, I'm saying, let's get this thing off. What's up? What's going on? Emily, a Dunlap in the house. I said it, Emily. Let's get it popping, y'all. Urban Therapy with Son 752 with this daily. The daily go get a business show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I am your host, Son 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the arts. The daily go get a business show all up in your area, and I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope that you are feeling somewhere along those lines yourself, feeling like a real man should, feeling like a real woman should, feeling good, and make sure that is understood. Yo, so on this 24th of July, second day of Leo, Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Yo, we made it through another week, and I hope that you're feeling real strong in that week. And I want you to listen to the words that we speak. And I say we because y'all can call into the show if you would like to talk about this topic tonight, which is the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. I invite you to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 Get your shine, baby, Get your shine, baby, Get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199, baby. It's the daily go get a message show. You can call in. Yo, this is a totally uncensored show. So if you just come in by this show and it's the first time and you thinking like, I would call in, but sometimes when I'm talking about a topic like this, I gotta cuss, I gotta curse, I gotta swear, I gotta twist my hair. Well, you can do all of that. You know what I mean? Totally uncensored. You say it the way you mean to bring your passion in any form of fashion, and everything is going to be all right. everything is going to be all right. Think it won't. It's a Daily Go Get It Business Show. 319 319-527-6199 if your heart's desire. All right, so tonight on the Daily Go Get It Business Show, we are talking about the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. How many of y'all know a really good liar? And when I say good, I don't mean good as in like they're a good person, but they lie. I mean they're a good liar, and that a lot of people believe the bullshit that they put out on a regular basis. So they just keep doing it and doing it and doing it well and doing it and doing it and doing it well. I'm talking about somebody that will sell green to a frog, sell warts to a frog, somebody that will sell a ponytail to a horse. Like, what you doing? What you doing? This ain't pin the tail on a donkey, but they managed to sell that ponytail to a horse, and they put it on their ass. You know, I'm talking about somebody like that, somebody who believes in their own hype. They believe that the things that they are talking about are real, very real, and they will push the envelope. They will push the envelope hard. You know, do you understand what I'm saying? They will push the envelope hard. You know, real hard. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with a person who lies like that, you may classify them as being pathological. And if you've ever dealt with a pathological liar before, you know that's a real thing to deal with, because you're dealing with somebody that can't be trusted to either do what they say what they do, say what they mean, express how they really feel, or any of those things. You're dealing with somebody that will lie at the drop of a hat, and they don't care. They do not care at all. So you're talking about a good liar, somebody who has practiced that type of behavior since they were a child. So they started lying to get out of trouble, and now they don't even lie to get out of trouble anymore. They lie for attention. So they're going to spit those lies at you, tell those lies to you, tell those stories to you, around you and about you, and people are going to believe them. But that's why they hate to repeat themselves, because when you are lying, it's very, very hard to remember what you lied about. It's hard to repeat it because it didn't happen in the first place. So when you're mixing the lies with the truth, you know, you have to make a decision when you tell the story, when you're asked to tell the story again. See, it's different when they tell the story again, because they may actually have it down pat. But when they have been requested to tell the story over again, they start to get nervous. One of the reasons that they start to get nervous is because they know when you ask them to repeat the story again, there's a good chance that you don't believe them in the first place. And one thing that a liar cannot put up with is not being believed, is not being trusted. That makes it hard. You know, one thing about being a liar is that people lie to gain confidence in them. So you will have confidence in them. That way they can get you for your money. They can get you for your time, your heart, your body, mind, body, and soul. So they want to make sure that you believe them. So they'll get offended if you don't believe their lies. And one of the ways that they'll know that you don't believe their lies is if you ask them to tell the story over and over and over again. Maybe some of them have been locked up before. And anybody who has ever been locked up for a crime that they lied about, tried to get out of, tried to escape culpability for, is that the detectives bring you in there and they ask you to give a statement. And they have you write that statement down. And then what happened? Oh, yeah. And then what? Okay, so they take that statement and they say, is this the way it happened? It happened just like this? Mm-hmm. And you think that statement is going to allow you to be able to go home. And sometimes it might. That statement that you gave may be the one thing that allows you to walk up out of that precinct as a free man or woman. But what happens after that? A few days later, maybe even the next day, they bring you right back into the interrogation room, or they ask you for a follow-up interview. Now, here it is. You done already lied, and you know that you have to remember the story that you told. But do you remember the story that you told those detectives? More than likely, you don't remember it word for word. But you remember the gist of it. The bottom line is, I didn't do it. The bottom line is, I ain't have nothing to do with it. The bottom line is, I'm not snitching. So they ask you to, they already go over the story and they pick out certain points. So they ask you to tell the whole story again. They don't tell you, they don't give you the points that they already have evaluated yet. That's not what they do. What they do is they just have you tell the story again. So you tell the story again, and then they be like, well, the first time you said this and this. Well, now you're saying it was this. And you're like, oh. Well, yeah, when you asked me that night, I didn't remember this part. Oh, you didn't remember that part. Okay. So you remember everything this time? And you're like, yeah, that's definitely everything that happened. Okay. Well, you added in a whole lot of stuff that you didn't remember. This is almost double the size of the story that you told the first time. And now they're picking apart all of the holes in your story that you added in yourself. See, this is why liars hate to repeat themselves. Because if you're lying about something that is real, you're going to add in more details, hoping that they didn't piece together or pick apart what you said, what you had said. But they did, and that's their job, to find inconsistencies in your story, in your behavior. What's going on, my brother Robert Sewell, all up in the house? What's going on, my brother Robert Sewell? I ain't seen you by here in a minute, man. That's my dog. G-Town, stand up, Pulaski Town, all day, every day. I know my brother from back in the day, around the way. Yay. So yeah, it gets a little uncomfortable for a liar when they have to repeat themselves. Well, at least with a detective, with something like that, with a crime that they have committed, they already know that it's the detective's job to not believe them. So he's doing his or her job. So they ain't all that offended by that. But when it comes to you, they're going to bitch, piss, moan, scream, complain, try to turn people against you and all of that because you ask them to repeat themselves, because you ask them to tell the story all over again. You put them on blast, and they can tell that you don't believe them and you don't have confidence in them and you are not impressed by them. And you're actually trying to catch them on some bullshit, And yeah, they feeling some kind of way about it. They really are feeling some kind of way about it. So they caught out there. That's one of the reasons why liars hate to repeat themselves. That's one of the reasons why liars hate to repeat themselves. And it is what it is. What? You think it won't win it whiz. Let me see. Ansel Jones says you have to repeat the lie to believe them. They have to repeat the lie to believe themselves. Yeah. But the thing is, if you are a really good pathological liar, the lies that you tell actually are real to you. So although you may hate to repeat it because you know that somebody is on to you, you may not have a problem repeating the same story over and over again because you have become that story. Instead of the truth being exactly what happened, the truth has now become the way you told it. It's like the white man's version of history of America. The way they wrote it was from a conquest point of view, from a conquistador's point of view. So you know how they say that the winner writes the story. Yeah, but the winner often is a liar. So when the truth start coming out, well, you know, it's like, well, you gonna believe the survivor or a bunch of those cats that's bitter and mad and lying, saying that it didn't happen the way that it happened. Well, that's why lies and the truth aren't absolute. That sounds ridiculous, right? To some people, that sounds ridiculous. How can lies and truth not be absolute? What happened, happened. I know, but often what happens is viewed from a perspective instead of from actual facts. And we know that facts of a story are very, very subjective. Yeah, this happened, and this happened. That's true. But guess what? This also happened. This also happened. That also happened. That's true too. So like Kellyanne Conway wasn't all the way wrong when she said that there were alternative facts. She has alternative facts. Is that her little blonde-haired, dumb blind self didn't have enough smarts to say, I have additional facts. Yeah, what you saying is true, but guess what? I also have some other things that are true. She would have been totally right in saying that. Yeah, everything, all the things that you presented were facts, but I have some additional facts. Instead, she said alternative facts. Man, both of those words, additional and alternative, start with an A. But they mean two totally different things, and they change the meaning of things. So had she said additional facts, she could have presented those additional facts, and it would have made her story way more credible. But instead, she said alternative facts. So that's like saying we don't like the facts that you gave, so we're going to use these other facts, and that's not a good look. But both of them were pushing propaganda, and that's the real problem. But that's why truth and lies are not absolute. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure that y'all share the show. 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 Yeah, word. All right. Ansel Jones says, I didn't deserve the speeding ticket. I was going that much. I wasn't going that much over the speeding limit. The cop gave me the ticket because Dunkin' Donuts was closed. Wow. Okay. So that's how we doing it. Is that how we doing it? Oh, all righty then. All righty then. Let me see. Emily Dunlap says, last week or two, I've been hearing lies about me. Hence, post that I put up. But my friend talked me down from retaliation with more words. Okay. All right. I. Okay. Robbie Robin Ming, my big sis. Robbie Robin Ming is in the house to do a thing. Good to see me some you. I'm glad you came through. It's always good when I have my eyes up on you. Thanks for coming through, big sis. Love is love. So tonight, we are talking about we are talking about the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. They hate to repeat themselves because they know that story is not going to be exactly the same way as they told it, which under any normal circumstances that might be okay, because like, you don't always remember in the heat of things, you don't always remember things word for word. But when you're lying, when you're totally lying in order to protect yourself, protect the truth, or protect somebody else, you may add some things into the pot or leave some significant facts out of the equation, which makes the whole thing a little twisted, a little messed up. Emily Dunlap says, oh yeah, apparently I'm getting married. My go-getters are definitely invited. Okay. Well, see, I don't know who's lying about that. But let's see if they'll repeat it. I don't know who's lying about what, but let's see if they'll repeat it. Let's see if they'll say again what they said before. The reason why liars hate to repeat themselves, I wanted to take a little time out to talk about thrill liars, y'all. We got real liars and we got thrill liars. When you are dealing with a thrill liar, you're talking about somebody who lies for attention. You're talking about somebody who lies for effect. You're talking about somebody who lies for the crowd. They lie. So, people will be like, ooh, like they make themselves the hero of every story. Have you known, I'm sure y'all have known some thrill liars. Thrill liars. They will take any mundane circumstance, any mundane action, any little story. It was just a story of them going around the corner to the store to get a couple of Chico sticks, a Slim Jim bag of chips, and a little hug. A little hug is a cheap Kool-Aid juice that they used to sell in the hood. I haven't seen a hug in a while, but it's sugar water, basically. Colored sugar water. Comes in red, green. What other flavors did a little hug come into? Anyway, they turned a little story about them going around the corner to the store to get a couple of snacks, and they turned it into some big, grandiose, crazy story. Like, yo, only in my life would something like that happen. So all you did was walk around the corner to the store. And while you was walking around the corner to the store, a dark cloud somehow covered the sun. And it started raining, a monsoon and a typhoon. Monsoon, a typhoon. It started raining. Women went outside with a net instead of an umbrella. It was raining men. They was out there with a net. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm watching this whole thing, the actual weather girls was out there. Temperatures rising. Barometers getting low. According to our sources, the streets the place to go. Cause that night for the first time, just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's about to start raining. Yeah, that type of shit. Thrill liars. Those things that will have you saying things about them like, yo, such and such is so crazy. Oh my God, and blah, 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 blah. It's like they tell fish stories, but they're thrill liars. They're lying for the thrill. They're lying, so you'll like them. They'll lie because they want to seem exciting to you. They want to seem exciting to you. You understand what I'm talking about? Yo, Charlene Curry, Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? It's good to see me some you. Thanks for coming on. It's good to see me some you. Thanks for putting into the break of dawn. What's up, Charlene? Charlene. Good to see me some you. So yeah, thrill liars. Thrill liars may seem harmless. They may seem harmless. Because these are your friends, these are your cousins, this is your brother or your sister. That they telling these fish stories. They are embellishing all crazy. But you know what? You might not even be mad at these thrill liars because you figured nobody in their right mind believe this bullshit, right? Nobody in their right mind would ever believe this bullshit that they talking. So there ain't no reason to be mad at them. You know what I mean? At least we get to hear a good story. It's like having a sleepover. You know how if you've ever had a sleepover on a like camp out style or whatever, somebody is telling scary stories about Jason being out in the woods, or that kind of shit. And this person is basically just a sleepover storytelling person when ain't nobody sleeping over. We just out here in the world. So you may not be mad at a thrill liar, but when the thrill liar is somebody that you don't know and is somebody who includes other people in the story that don't have no business being in the story, and if the thrill liar is somebody that you really need to be able to trust because they are also part of real shit and real situations, then you might not appreciate a thrill liar. A thrill liar may not be who you want to really deal with. That might not be who you really want to deal with. That might not be who you really want to deal with. But even a thrill liar doesn't want to have to repeat their story a lot. It's not easy to get up that same kind of energy. So if you are sick of a thrill liar telling these thrilling, exciting, over the top, ridiculous fish stories, this is one of the things that you can do. Stop them in the middle of their story. Tell them, all right, listen, we're going to go back to what you was talking about, but I got to ask you something real quick, and throw them off of their story and make them talk about something real to the point where you are involved in this in the question that you're asking them about. Totally derail them from the story that they were about to tell and ask them to talk about something that you know that they can't talk their way out of or whatever because you are a part of it. And then after all that's done, after you've distracted them and taken their mind off of that, now invite them to go back to their thrill story. All right, now finish telling me about that thing. 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to want to. Like, well, I was just saying, blah blah. And then you're going to start figuring out that they are thrill liars. And one thing I don't have a problem with is the thrill, but you may have a problem with the lie. And you may have been questioning yourself whether you are right or wrong for painting them as a liar. But now you have a little bit of proof. So once again, what you need to do in the case of a thrill liar is let them start their story. But right in the middle, it may be hard to know where the middle of the story is going to be. Somewhere in the beginning of the story, throw them off. Like when you see them starting to heat up, throw them off and ask them about something that you can verify right then and there. That will also give you a chance to see how they act when they have to tell the truth. Understand what I'm saying? So once you see how they tell a story when they're telling the absolute truth, let them go back to that lie that they were telling. Maybe they'll go back to the lie and try to pick up where they left off. And maybe, just maybe, you'll start to see the chinks in the armor. You'll start to see where the breakdown in communication as far as the truth is concerned starts to kick in. Maybe. So Robbie Ming says, I had a friend who was such a big liar. I caught her in a lie, and it wasn't the first lie she told me. When I confronted her about the lie, she couldn't say nothing but all right, bye. That's one of the reasons, Rob, why liars hate to repeat themselves. It's not easy to tell the story with all of that conviction. It's like being high. Like when you see the president of the United States right now, when you see him talking, you notice how much he hates for people to interrupt him. Have you noticed how much he hates for people to interrupt him? And he also takes really big issue with you questioning him about the things that he has said. He hates for you to question him about the things that he has tweeted and the things that he has said. Whether he just said them right then and there or whether he just said them a day before. And a lot of those things are outlandish things that he says in the heat of the moment. He doesn't think a whole lot about what he says before he says it. He's a thrill liar. He's a real liar and a thrill liar. The truth is not in that man. So when you question him, when you dissect what he says, when you pick it apart, he don't like it. He doesn't like it. Even when he defends himself about what he said, you'll notice that he picks and chooses the things that he will defend himself on or about. He will pick and choose because he knows I can't say that shit again. It was stupid when I said it. It's almost like somebody who is high or drunk all the time. You can't believe that shit that they say. They're under the influence. So a thrill liar is under the influence of their own reality. They are under the influence of their own feelings. They're under the influence of an alternative universe. That's what they are under the influence of. And the way that they feel about what they're doing is equivalent to somebody who drinks, who sniffs, who smokes, who shoots up, whatever. Because, just a quick science lesson, if you didn't know, when you get high and when you also are in love, the same pituitary gland response is triggered. So whether you are happy that your team won a championship or you are puffing weed or sniffing the blow, it's the same. It comes from the same area. It's just the way that it's triggered that's different. And how often it has to be tapped into, that's different. But when you look at the president of the United States, the current president of the United States, you see that his need for attention is so strong. I've honestly never seen anybody have a need for attention that was that strong. Certainly not the president of the United States. I've never seen that. I've never seen a president of the United States that had to be on TV every day, controlling TV every day. I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a person, and especially a president of the United States, that wants to battle other TV shows for ratings. I've never seen anything like that before. I've never seen any president before who could absolutely not concentrate on the job that he was elected to do. I've never seen anything like this before. But he's a thrill seeker and he's a thrill liar. And what's most interesting to me about his thrill seeking and thrill lying behavior is that he does not drink. He does not use drugs and has never had a history rumored to be centered around drinking or drugging. So you got to think, damn, so you just a natural maniac like that? And yes, the answer is yes. I am a natural maniac just like that. So what you're seeing is actually what you're getting when it comes to Donald J. Trump. Do y'all understand? A thrill liar to the fullest. Now, he's a thrill liar that we all know of. What about the thrill liars in your own world? The thrill liars in your own family, the thrill liars in your own classrooms that you attended. We all probably have them. And some of us may have been able to put up with it versus others who may have had nothing but contempt for that type of behavior. But it's something real. It's something actual that we can point to. It's crazy, son. You know what I mean? Thrill liars, real liars. A real liar. Maybe I didn't clarify for y'all what I mean by a real liar. When you're talking about a real liar, you're talking about somebody who chooses to lie whenever they speak over when they choose to tell the truth. But let me tell you about something about a real liar and a thrill liar, because I really want to hammer this point home, even though I just told y'all about it. You have to find out and observe closely the way a person looks, their body language, their attitude, their breath control, and all of those things, their eye contact and all of that. You have to find out how they act when they're telling the truth. Because one thing I've noticed about thrill liars, real liars, and pathological liars is when they are actually telling the truth, they're going to insist that you believe them. They're going to insist that you believe them. So that's when you'll get the attitude like, no, I'm telling you, this is the way it happened. You can act such and such and such. You can Google this, you can Google that, you can blah 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 blah. They will actually start getting other people involved in that truth. And that's what you need to pay attention to. Like, oh. So when you're telling the truth, you have even more conviction than when you're lying. But when you are lying, you still tell it with a lot of conviction, but it's a different brand of conviction. It's a different flavor of conviction. It doesn't look the same, sound the same, smell the same, act the same, perform in the same way. So you watch them when they're telling the truth. And when you know that they're telling the truth because you already know about what they're talking about. You need to really observe that. You need to really observe that and weigh that against when you know that they're lying about things. But you got to be paying attention. You got to be paying close attention to a thrill liar. A thrill liar. A real liar. You got to be paying attention. If you're not paying attention, it's not going to mean anything to you. It's not going to mean a damn thing to you. It's going to go over your head. And sometimes we get so frustrated with liars that we just want to write them off because we just want to get them out of our sight because they are messing up our spirit. They are damaging our soul. They are stopping us from being able to enjoy life, to be able to believe people. You know, it's like, yo, man, this is not a good look. This is not a good look. And Ansel Jones says liars can't be changed. It's an addiction. Well, let me ask you this, Ansel. Is lying the addiction, or is the attention that they get from lying the addiction? A lot of times it's really just the attention. You know, it's like being on stage. It's like, yo, it's my time to shine. With Donald Trump, I noticed that. That's why he likes to get in front of the camera all the time. Like it's my time, and he wants to hold the mic. Have y'all peeped that out? He wants to be on stage all by himself. Ain't nobody going on before him. Ain't nobody going on after him. He owned this mic. Emily says, I'll tell you the truth. a few times, and if you still don't believe me, oh well. Not going to try to convince you for hours. If the person is a friend, they should know my character. Are you a liar? Because if you're not a liar, why would anybody question whether you told them the truth or not? And if you know that you're the type of person that tells the truth, why not just tell them the truth, drop that shit and be up out of it? Now, if it's something that they're questioning you on because you're trying to get them to do something based on something that they don't know and you're trying to show it to them, and maybe somebody else has tried to tell them that something else that was a lie is the truth, I could understand pushing the envelope. Other than that, oh, you don't believe what I have to say? Okay. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. You know, you don't have to waste a lot of time with that. Shoot. I know with me, I tell you in a heartbeat, Google it. You don't believe it? Google it. Go ask your mother. Whatever. In due time, you will see that what I was talking about is the truth. You know, it all reveal in time. Know just how you feel. Because this time love's for real. And time it will reveal. You know, what's going on, my brother Samaj Network? All up in the house, Alabama, all up in this place. The place to be. Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you, my brother. We are talking about the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. The reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. Emily says, hell no, I'm not. They may be, and that's why they're not believing me, thinking everyone is like them. You think that people who lie think that everybody else is lying? That's funny because that hasn't been my experience. My experience is that liars don't even give a shit whether anybody else is telling the truth. They don't give a shit. They're going to tell their lies anyway because they're thrill liars and they're real liars. So they're going to spit their rhetoric and tell their fish stories regardless. They may get into a pissing contest with you, you know, as far as who has the most exciting stories. But just on my experience, they don't be giving a shit. They don't be giving a shit about whether you believe in whether you're telling the truth or not. They may not be all that interested in hearing what you have to say anyway. Liars who lie all the time are normally more interested in their own world, way more interested in their own world than yours. They just trying to push you off the stage, like Donald Trump trying to get you up off of that stage. Carol Chamberlain, mi favorita. It's always a pleasure. I'm so glad to see ya. What's going on, man? Glad to see me some you. Oh, yes, I am. Yes. Thanks for coming on through. So, yeah, we're talking about the reason why liars don't like to repeat themselves. It's not easy to get up that same energy. You know how brothers and sisters be talking about nowadays, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Yeah. They're going to tell you to keep that same energy. Because when you are telling the truth, you're probably not looking for that same energy, but that same energy is going to come off. But when you're lying, that energy is going to change, because the story is going to change the second time around. The second time around, the third time around, you know, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. It's going to change. So when they have to repeat themselves over and over and over again, they also know that you have caught on to their scent. You on their trail. And they know that sooner or later you're going to come up with the real truth. So they don't want to be a part of that. You know, one thing, if you really want to make a liar, if you really want to make a liar pissed off, you want to piss off a liar, they fear exposure, y'all. Liars fear exposure. The worst thing that could ever happen to them is to be exposed. They are not trying to be exposed. No way. Because their credibility will be all lost. Their credibility will be lost if you expose them as the liars that they are. And they know that you'll start checking their energy. You'll start checking their body language to see if they may have been displaying liar behavior before. And then they think that you'll have them repeating every story that they ever told you. You know, and they don't want that. They do not want that. So those are, these are the reasons why liars hate to repeat themselves. They know that if you keep asking them to tell that story, and it was already a suspect story, it was shaky. It was shaky. At best, it was shaky. They ain't trying to repeat that shit. Like, nah, let me get on the pot of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't a good look. These cats are on to me. Hey, yo, Chuck. You know? So, Samaj Network says, only time you should lie is to the IRS. Man, it amazes me. My brother, it amazes me how many people choose honesty at the wrong time. There is a time for the truth, and there is a time to lie your ass off. What we talking about tonight are the people who do not spare the difference or do not discern, do not separate. They lie all the goddamn time. It don't matter. They'll lie because it's Friday. And then tomorrow they'll lie because it's the day after. But that's just what they do. But for those of y'all who weren't listening earlier, one of the ways we were talking about how to identify a liar and how to find out what their body language looks like and some of the cues that you can take from when they are actually telling the truth is when they start to tell those lying stories and you can see them heating up, when you can see them starting to bubble up, starting to heat up, starting to really get into that passion about the lie that they're about to tell, cut them off. Hold on, before you start saying that, because I really want to hear what you got to say. Before you start talking about that, ask them about something that you and them are involved in where they have to tell the truth. And check out how they're acting when they're telling the truth. Look at their body language. Peep their eye contact. You know, look for excitability in their faces. See, look for excitement because maybe when they're telling the truth, they get bored and try to get the story over with quick. And maybe when they lying, they drag it out, add a lot of content. And they got a whole lot of things that I meant to keep to myself. They keep pouring it on and on and on and on. Yo, they keep lying. You keep trying to believe, but once we weave, we choose to deceive. No, what a tangled web we weave when first we desert. Well, what a tangled web we weave when first we choose to deceive. You know what I'm talking about when we talk about what we can't believe. Anyway, check them out when they're telling the truth, and then have them go back to the story that they were starting to heat up with. Get them back to that. Take them back to that. But you kind of have to get control of the situation. Throw them off, make them tell the truth about something totally separate, then make them go back to that shit that they were talking about. A lot of times they won't want to go back to that story. They won't want to go back to that story that they was about to start telling lies about. But at least that will give you some clues, some answers to why they are acting the way that they are, to why they say the things that they say, to why they do the things that they do. You understand what I'm talking about? Make sure that y'all share the show, y'all. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, 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 hit the like button. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel thus far. You know what I mean? Go and subscribe to that thing. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's a good look. It's good look. It's a good look. It's a good look. The Daily Go Getimism Show. I said the daily Go Getimism Show. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about the reason that liars hate to repeat themselves. So Jones says a lot of little white lies add up first. Yeah, you know what, my brother, I don't even use the word little white lie. I don't associate myself with any little white lies because I mean, look, it's either the truth or it's a lie. You know, we can work it out. We can work out exactly what color the lies are later on. Now, I do agree that there are difference between big lies and small lies, but they all come from the same place. It's just like there's a such thing as pussycats and a such thing as lions, tigers, cougars, panthers, even a small dangerous bobcat. A bobcat. I'm not talking about that little digging motorized tool. Not that bobcat fool. But yeah. If it's not the truth, then it's a lie. That's it. If it's not the truth, it's a lie. So that's just something we got to deal with. Something we got to deal with. So yeah, man, you know, so before we get on up out of here, how well do y'all deal with people who lie? Because some people take serious issue with people who lie, and some people like me just blow it off like, okay, that's just your little lying ass way. So I'll just choose not to believe nothing that you say because you cannot be trusted. You can't be believed. You can't be counted on, you know, to tell the truth. You know, you can't be counted on to tell the truth. So we're not going to deal with you in truth. There's nothing we can, Nah, son, we can't, yeah, I mean. Nah, no. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I said this is what we're going to do. Oh, wait, I asked y'all about how well y'all deal with people who lie to y'all. Do y'all get offended by it? Some people get offended by people who lie. You know? Some people get offended. Like, why would you lie to me? Why are you insulting my intelligence and telling me that bullshit? That's how some people get. They take it very personally when you lie to them.
10 seconds.
Some people take it very personally when you lie to them. Other people, they don't care. You know, once I've decided that you are a liar, I ain't gonna be mad at you for lying no more because now I know that when you lie, you're just being yourself. That's all. You're just being yourself. You're doing you. I may not be able to count on you for anything that's important in my life, but I can count on you to lie every time that you open your mouth. That's what you about. That's how you do. That's where you are with the situation. You know, I can rely on you to lie your ass off. T. Carey Wright is all up in the house. Good to see me some you. Thanks for coming on out. Friday, y'all. Friday. Yeah. We about to get on up out of here, though. But what we were talking about was the reason why liars don't like to put, the reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. The reason why liars hate to repeat themselves. And the reason that I was saying that they hate to repeat themselves is because they can't get up that same energy. They can't get up that, they can't muster up or channel that same energy that they had the first time they told those lies. The first time that they told those fish stories. It's the first time that they embellished the whole story from A to Z. It's hard. It's hard to do that. It's hard. Real hard, you know what I'm saying? So Samaj Network says some women lie to men saying that the kid is theirs. They make them pay child support for 18 years to find out the kid is not. You know what, Samaj? I don't even. And listen, man, don't take away my man card for this, but I don't consider making a man paying, making a man pay for a child that's not his. I don't even consider that to be a lie. Maybe you lied initially and said that the child was his, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Any man that does not take the steps to identify a child as his, hey, that's on you. And unfortunately, some men out here just want to be a daddy so bad. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but some men out here just want to be a dad so bad that they just take on any child that was blamed on them. It seemed like men back in the day. I know back in the day before like DNA tests came out. I think DNA tests started in like 88, 89 before you could accurately identify whether a child was the child of a man or not. But before then, you had a blood test, and the blood test it tried to identify whether the blood type of the child was the same blood type as a man. But some men didn't even go for all of that. If they loved the woman, and they may have just liked the pussy, but that was good enough. And they thing was, well, fuck it, I was there. They figured that they laid up with the woman, so if they laid up with the woman, then they have to just suffer the consequences. It's almost like saying that just because you had sex with somebody, you should be willing to be punished by having a child. But then again, having a child is a beautiful thing, right? It's the greatest miracle in the world, right? Okay. But you gonna pay child support? Because I don't know any men that revel or are proud to do that, who are proud to say, yeah, I paid my child support. They may be proud to be financially providing for their child, but to actually pay child support for 18 years and you didn't verify whether the child was yours. Hey, you ate that. You bought that, homie. You own that. That's on you. I mean, the least you could do is have your mother or your grandmother hold the baby up, do a side-by-side comparison. Like, when your mom or your grandma be like, your mom and your grandma will evaluate all the babies in the family. And if it ain't right, 5 words your grandmama is going to say: he ain't one of us, or she ain't one of us. She don't look like us. She ain't one of us. She don't look like us. Or I guess you could say, she don't look like none of us. If you don't even do that, well, you got to eat that. That 18 to 21 years of support, you might as well add it on to a lifetime. Because that's your child now. That's on you. That's on you. Because you didn't accept one lie. You accepted a bunch of lies. And I'm sorry, Samaj, I'm sorry. I do not believe that a man does not know when he's dealing with a hoe. I do not believe that shit. He may not want nobody else to know that he knows that he's dealing with a hoe, or he may not want everybody to know that he's dealing with a hoe. But a man knows if his woman is 100% or not. He knows it. He knows it. And I'm not saying that a woman is a hoe just because she cheated on a man. No, give hoes some credit. There are certain requirements that have to be fulfilled in order to qualify as a hoe. And just cheating on your man one time or whatever, or cheating on your husband or whatever, is not going to make you a hoe. A hoe is a culture. It's an attitude. It's a feeling. It's a club. It's a, you know what I'm saying? Shit. You can't shoot a basketball a couple times and call yourself a basketball player. You can't catch one ball in a football game and call yourself a football player. Nah. You got to put some work in. And a hoe will show a man that she's a hoe. Whether he's paying attention or not, that's on him. So a part of me feels sorry for men who have gone through that shit. But I ain't never dealt with a woman that I knew was a hoe and didn't think she was a hoe. Maybe I thought that she would stop being a hoe. I figure my style, charm, handsomeness, and pipe game would, it would soothe the hoe. It would quell the hoe. It would put a stop order, a cease and desist order on the hoe. No, she a hoe. And when you dealing with a hoe can be they can be a lot of fun. A lot of times they play up to your ego. Oh, you're so large. Y'all ain't even in bed. Oh, I can't wait till we get there. Not only that, when you get them in bed, you going all around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know where. I don't know why. This hoe act like this. I don't know where she can be. That stank John, but I gotta find her. So maybe you're lying to yourself when you put yourself in those situations. 18 years, you never even questioned whether a child was yours? Come on, man. There has to be some type of accountability. There has to be some kind of accountability. Robin Ming says, right, especially when you are friends for years. I just dropped you because you lost my trust I had in you. Okay. Ansel says, you are not the father. Somebody says, the judge told my cuz, keep paying the child till it look like you. Damn. So your cousin couldn't get a DNA test, or what? He signed child support papers. Like, listen, man, I don't care if you do sign the child support. Not the child support, the birth certificate. It don't matter if you sign the birth certificate. It don't matter. All of that shit can be undone. All of it. You ain't locked into no situation unless you have this. unless you have locked yourself into a situation. You know, I mean, it's the law. There's a reason why the law is broken so often, but man, listen. Yeah, Samaj, damn. Yeah, you waited too long. You couldn't call it. You can't call in now. Damn. But yeah, I can get at you. I get back at you. No, wait. After the countdown is off, nobody can call into the show. It shuts the phones down. You know, you should have let me know before. But yeah, you know, like, I mean, that's a situation I went through too. But I was suspicious from the beginning. But like I said, a man knows when he's dealing with a hoe. I'm sorry. And not saying that you a hoe just because you cheated. You can have a baby on a man. Don't mean that you a hoe. But if you a hoe, if a man is dealing with a hoe, it was the hoe that he was in love with in the first place. He may not like it, and he may not like that part of himself, but shit, he a hoe too. I'm sure his homeboys have told him that he's a hoe. Yo, you a hoe ass nigga. You's a hoe ass nigga. Like anybody can fuck you. You can't hold it. You can't handle the whole weight. Somebody says they nasty in Alabama. Shit, they nasty in Pennsylvania. They nasty in Jersey and New York and Maryland and Virginia and Georgia and South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, California, over there in Missouri, up there in Wisconsin, Illinois. Boy, they nasty there. Indiana, woo, Lordy, Ohio, without a doubt, and can't forget Michigan, the whole D, all the way over to Ann Arbor, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Down Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Louisiana got a lot of nasty mother. And that Texas, good Lord. I heard Oregon, they got a lot of nasty mother. Can't forget Washington State. Oh, yeah. I heard up in Montana, the Dakotas, North and South, Iowa, Idaho. I heard Minnesota. Said that's the reason why George Floyd got, because they so nasty up there. But I think it's true. I ain't gonna front. I think it's true. I know New Hampshire, they nasty up there, and Maine, yeah, for without a doubt. Rhode Island, they got some, in Massachusetts. Oh my God, the whole New England, Connecticut, notwithstanding, and that Delaware, them Delaware chicks used to always, Delaware, New Jersey chicks used to always run across the bridge over to Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Thinking they was fucking around with superstars. How can you be a superstar just because you from a city? Yeah, so they nasty, real nasty in Delaware, real nasty, very nasty. West Virginia, yeah, they nasty in West Virginia. Yeah, they nasty in West Virginia, and they also nasty over there in Arkansas. Yeah, in Oklahoma and Arizona. I ain't want to leave out Arizona. God forbid I should leave out of Arizona and Nevada. And Nevada, you know they nasty. You know, all that prostitution going on in Nevada. Yeah. So anyway. Let's do these birthday shout outs and get on the body. Let's do these birthday shout outs and let's get on the body here. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. January 24th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and make it feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. My brother, very controversial brother online, but that's my man. Grew up right around the corner from him. And that's my man, my old head, James K. Smith. Happy birthday to you, Jimmy. That's how we knew him around the way. Jimmy! Happy birthday to you. And also my brother, my man I used to hang out with all the time, my man Oliver Jessup Thomas Jr., affectionately known as Tommy around the way. And Okaya. Oh no, man, I'm so Oakia M. Boyd. Happy birthday to you. And Renee Tanya, happy birthday to you. And Tyranda Cox, happy birthday to you. And Janita Neat Austin turning 33 years old today. And Matrice Renette Underwood turning 47 years old today. And Osha Kia turning 49 years old today. That 1971 baby. And Stacy Stedman turning 51 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Marie Freedom turning 49 years old today. And Shannon Taylor turning 3 years old today. And Des Afo Swa. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And hold up, Shannon got two. Did I just say Shannon? Okay. And Shannon. Oh yeah, Shannon Taylor got two. Now that's interesting. Okay. I'm acting like I don't see that. And last but not least, comedian Steve Reese. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 24th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo, listen, check me out, feel what I'm talking about, dig me, feel me. Yo, when you're talking about liars and the reason that they don't like to repeat themselves, because it's hard to get up that same energy when you have to repeat yourselves over and over, crimson and clover, over and over. Somebody says, damn, you said all 52 states. No, I think I missed them. And it's only 50 states. Oh, you know what? I forgot Alaska and Hawaii. They got some nasty ass Alaska and Hawaii side. Yeah, they real nasty over in the Alaska and Hawaii side. And Puerto Rico, Guam, you know, in the U.S. Virgin Islands. They so nasty down in the U.S. Virgin Islands that the British Virgin Islands said, yo, don't bring your nasty U.S. Virgin Island ass over here. The rest of those mainland ass, nasty ass niggas even. Don't bring them nasty ass mainland ass, COVID-19 infected ass niggas over here. Shout out to y'all nasty ass United States American ass infected COVID-19 ass niggas. Yeah, I mean, the Bahamas said, yo, don't bring your money over here. Your money is no good. If you American, do not get on that boat or that plane trying to come over here and infect us. You nasty ass American niggas, yo, say you got the COVID. People treating the COVID like you can't get over that shit. It's just crazy, son. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? COVID made you kiss the girls and made them die. Kiss the girls and made them die. Kiss the girls and made them die. All right, y'all. But yeah, you know, liars don't like to repeat themselves because it's hard to get up to summon the same energy that you summoned the first time around. You know, the second time around is a little bit different. You know, you can't keep running away from love because the first one lets you down. And the others try to satisfy you, baby. You need my love to still be down. I mean, the love is still be found. Yeah. The second time around. Yeah. Shout out to Howard Hewitt and my girl, Jody Watley. I said, Shalimar was hot, baby. You know, Shalimar in 1980, baby. They was hot. They was real hot. You know what I'm saying? They was on fire in Shalimar. They was 81. Let's get on about it here, y'all. But yeah, your lying ass friends. Ask them to repeat the shit that they've been talking about and see how they act. You know, 3 blind mice, see how they run. 3 blind mice, see how to see 3 blind mice, see 3 blind mice, see how they run. We're gonna get on up out of here, y'all. We're gonna get on up out of here. Listen, I want y'all to have a good day, good night, be safe. And you know, this COVID-19 thing is very real, and it's not over. We may be over trying to protect ourselves from it, but it's not over. People are still dying. People are still getting sick. People are still hurting over it. And our way of life is still affected by it. So make sure that you do your part so we can finally get back to the regular racist practices and craziness and inequality and injustices that we have become so used to. We want to get back to 2019, baby. Make sure that y'all hit that like button before y'all leave. Hit the like button. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Make sure that you share the show. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Yo, I love y'all to death. I resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. I holler back. Let's get on up out of here, y'all.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And thank you. I see y'all tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Peace.